All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the Northern Open tournament in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Not sure if I'm qualifying or if what I'm doing today. I'm just playing right now. Nordic Fjords, hole number 3. So Nordic Fjords hole number 3 is hole number 3 of the Northern Open. All right, we have some options here. I could bring out, I'm playing with a power 3 ball. I really like to play this. I want to try and increase my odds on the second shot. The second shot's pretty difficult. Obviously, the farther you can get out here, if you draw a line from the tee box or from this flagpole to the tip of this sand, you draw that line out, you follow that line out. Anything that's on this side of the sand is an optimal spot. So, like drawing a circle out there, like where do you want to get on this peninsula or on this finger? You want to get all the way to the tip, because the farther you can get out there towards the tip, the more you're on the other side of the line, so that when you're coming to the cup, the sand's out of play. So if you hit farther back in here, then obviously the farther you hit on this side of the line, you're going to put the sand more into play, and you're going to have to either involve side spin or curl. So that may be your only option. But the deal is that you can help yourself out on this shot by bringing a Kingmaker instead of a Titan, because it's got more side spin. So if you find yourself a little too short where you're back here, you've got more side spin to bring you around. This is why clubs with curl are important, because if you find yourself in a really bad spot, you could save yourself with curl. You can bounce off of this island, but you need a club that's got a ton of topspin, like a Horizon. Something that's got a ton of topspin that can get you to the green, because most woods aren't going to get you all the way up there. Even a big dog, well, maybe a big dog. You got to have a lot of topspin. I really just want to get farther out there, and you can. So my normal drive shot on this is I come right out here and I'm 3 rings off. I bring a super accurate club like a rock or QB. QB would work better here than a rock because a QB has more topspin. And I point that sucker out into this direction, and and what I want to work on is how many rings off I have to be, like 4 rings off, to do just a max curl to try and bring it around so that it goes all the way to the tip. But there is also a shot that you can do where you can set up right here with a bigger power ball with an extra mile or a big hitting driver, and you can just drive forward. So you're already past all of this. I want to see what kind of room I have out here and whether a 3 power ball is enough or if I have to bring out a 4 power ball. Somebody at Playdemic has finally figured it out because they're adding on stuff. So like we have topspin balls now. This is the first time we've ever seen a topspin ball. Let's go pick out a bag here. I want to pick out 2 bags just in case I don't like that shot. I can go back to the shot I normally do, which is this bag right. Actually, let's switch this up. I'm not going to need this bag this tournament. Let's switch this to a QB bag just in case. The Guardian might work on that shot over there, but I really want to take that shot with a sniper. Switch to a Grizz. Switch to the usual suspects in my bag. Make sure I got all the usuals. I'm going to bring a Titan. The king of balls. Get a rolling. Yeah, this special right here. This ball right here, this is... Are they specials here? Here's the special. The compass ball. Top spin boost 2. That's the first time we've ever seen that. So that's the deal, is adding stuff onto it. What will happen next is they'll give more specials. I can't believe that there isn't a special every day. I mean, that's just how these games work. I can't believe it. It doesn't mean you have to buy a special every day. I just can't believe that they don't have some special offer every day. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Tap, tap, tap. Happy Gilmore is probably the most famous golfer out there next to Tiger. Rory McIlroy. All right, let's switch to my number 1 bag. All right, you can get out there without having to do any overpower, which is a bonus. 3 side spin ball will definitely be better. I'm going to put on just a titch of backspin. I'd rather be short right now. And I'm just going to move it straight up. Let's see where it lands on the drive. Hitting it perfect. This bounce right here is the critical bounce. It's pretty close to where I put it. That was about a half a backspin. And that put me at 328. Make some notes here. All right, so I'm doing 10% to the cup. I had 10% on in the last tournament we played, I had some on the drive and I had some on the second shot. But I was playing the drive different. And so I was having to use curl, but I wasn't using max curl, and I don't normally like to take shots where I'm using like half curl sometimes, but they're not as consistent as you would like because you've got curl involved. But when you do max curl, no curl or max curl, you get you get very similar results. All right, I'm on the green side. Plenty of distance. Take the sand out of play. It's 4.1. It's 4.51 rings. There's 4, 5. Hitting it perfect. See if we can get in the cup. See if that adjustment gets me close. I think the speed's going to be off. So the ball guide's definitely lying its ass off. Leave ball guide short. All right, I'll go back and watch that and see like how much topspin I put on there, because I like those particular types of shots where you can be all the way up against the red line and you're pulling out a tailwind, so you can you're starting as far as distance, whether you're in min or whatever, it is consistent. And I think they did the same thing as me. They ran their ball guide all the way up to it. And even with 4 something ball guide, that's too, it'll be long. And then float back to the cup. All right, I like my odds on that hole. Seems like a pretty easy setup. A kingmaker would be better though. But actually a Titan, because when I was trying to make the shot to the cup, I wanted to stay where I was at and I wanted to add more curl, but I didn't, or side spin, and I didn't have any more side spin, so I actually had to move the ring set. So just 1 full bar of side spin and however much top spin I put on there. I wish that the scale was different on setting up side spin and backspin. because if they were separate, because they're together, if you touch it, it may engage something. So it's kind of hard to set, because what it would be nice is to go in there and set your side spin up and set your top spin so that you can see the ball guide coming through, and then just take off like 1.5, but you're on that same track. Your ball guide did what it was supposed to do. I think on this hole right here, I'm doing a 20%. I'm doing the rough bump. I'm gonna play all these holes because I want to practice all these holes and try and get my adjustment down. %20 to the cup. Times 4.5. It's 5.4 wind. And I'm right in between clubs. All right, play the hard way. How far up here can I go? Let's see how far out I can get. I'm right up to my red line. Slide it over just a bit. Put some curl on it for flavor. Hit it perfect. I have no idea where that's going to go. I was hoping that it would not bounce over. That's what you get for bringing a power 3 ball. This is why that is a prime example right there. That could be a great learning tool. This is a prime example of why when you get on some of these lower tours, even when you're playing up tour 8, and people bring out a big ball and they have an advantage on the course. But if you can get up there and play fairway to green and get on the green and force a shootout, that big ball may come back and haunt them, because then they have to take some other shot. And that hole doesn't have a lot of other great shots. There is a backspin shot you can do on it with a Guardian, where you can start off on the green side and you can backspin it down that hill and use the backboard. But there's not a lot of great shots on that hole. That hole is a tough par 3. All right, that was hole number 3 of the Northern Open tournament and Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.